There was a live stream on today where Cedric and Jesse came on and talked a little bit about Genesis Part 2. There wasn't really a whole lot to it, but we did get some really interesting images that we can check out here today. So we're going to go through all those things and also talk about some of the other information that we have about Genesis Part 2. So guys, go ahead, do me a favor, hit the like button. And also, if you want more information, I did a video just the other day, complete, like, absolute breakdown of absolutely everything in Genesis, so check that out after. There's a link down below. Okay, so the first image that we're gonna go through is the biome variant creatures. So I want to say this straight off the bat, I actually did not believe that these things would be called X creatures, because obviously there's an Allo in this photo and we've already had an X Allo before, but the information coming out from the ARK devs is that they're called Gen X variants, so maybe it's gonna be like Gen X Allo or something like that. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. So they all look very beautiful, but let's go from left to right and kind of go through all the creatures. So we have the Carno on the far left, and we've already actually seen the Carno. We saw it like just last week with the little promo image. It was in the very back of it. It's got like a really nice polka dot pattern, which I'm actually really excited for. I think that looks amazing. Right beside that, we've got the turtle, and I gotta say this is like the worst angle for the turtle because we can't even see the shell really. It's probably got a cool pattern, we just can't see it. So yeah, I'm hopeful that it's gonna look really nice. Then of course we have the Allo, which is this crazy looking pattern that I think I want to get mutations on, and I want those mutations to be like blue and red because that would be a killer combo on this pattern. My god, that would be amazing. Then up above that, we have the Reaper King, I think. It's hard to tell. We can't see the tail, but it does look like a king, in my opinion. Here's one thing that we've already known. We've already known about the Reaper, the Dillo, and the Equus. We saw promo art of all three of those before. So, yeah, this thing looks amazing. Obviously, in this map, it's not completely underground in the biome that you're probably going to find this dude in. So that's what they look like when they can actually stand in light and get a little bit of a tan. I think it looks really cool. I'm very excited for that. Then, of course, we have the Dillo on the very bottom, which, again, we've already seen. I love the colors on that one. I think it looks awesome. And then, here's a really interesting one that I was very surprised to see in an image like this. Valanosaur. Really? I mean, I'm not going to complain. Like, that is awesome. Here's the thing. That's an extinction creature. They don't usually do that. They don't usually let us have creatures from other DLCs in another DLC. I don't know. Maybe this is kind of opening up it a little bit because we've also got the Snow Owl above it. I mean, the two of those guys are both from Extinction, so I feel like maybe we might have some other creatures from other DLCs. Maybe Rock Drakes? I'd love that. I really would. Like, this map could be amazing if we have all these crazy creatures like that. But I think that also lets me tie it back to the Reaper a little bit. If that's a Reaper King, and there's no queens on the map, that means that it's probably not something that we can tame. But if there's an actual Reaper Queen, then we could probably get Reapers like that. So yeah, that would be really interesting. Anyway, let's move on. We have the Thyla, which looks just beautiful. I can't wait for that. I mean, I'm so excited for it. It looks like my cats. It really does. It has like the same pattern as a Bengal cat, and I have two of those, and I'm so excited. But also, this type of biome variant Mystique, that could be a thing at some point, because that does look really beautiful. Above that, we have the Bronto, which we don't really get a great look at. You can kind of see some detail on the shoulder area, but I'm happy to see the Bronto in here with the biome variant for sure. We also have the Quetzal. You get a little bit of a look at the pattern on the wings of the Quetzal. Also a really cool creature to have a biome variant of. And then we have the Giga. Very surprised to see that one. Very cool looking. I love the stripes on the head and everything like that. That looks so awesome. And then below the Giga, we have the Equus, which we already knew about again, but I gotta say, I love the pattern on it. I mean, all the patterns on all these creatures look amazing. I don't really think there's anything else to say about it. We have the Direwolf. We don't really get a great look at it, but I'm sure it's gonna look awesome. And then we have the Megatherium in the back as well, which is looking very snazzy. So these are just some of the creatures. There's usually way more. I mean, like, we usually get a little bit of a look at some of the creatures that we're going to get biome variants of, but there's always like a ton of them. And a lot of these guys seem to be from like different types of biomes. So I'm hoping that maybe we're going to get some more creatures from other DLCs. Maybe we're going to get some more like island dinosaur type creatures as well. What creature are you hoping for that has not already been confirmed, though? Let me know down below. So next up, we have another shot at the Void Worm or Wyrm. We've already seen this dude quite a few times, and the attack that it's doing in this photo looks very different to the one that we saw in the key art from last week. So yeah, maybe it has multiple different attacks that it can do, like a breath attack, and then this almost looks like a ball that you charge up and then shoot out or something, almost like a cross between a poison and a lightning wyvern or something. I don't really know. It looks cool though. I'm very excited for it. I am on the fence about it a little bit because I don't want it to be just another wyvern, but this definitely helps me out because I can see that that's a different attack from the one that we saw last week. Another thing to note about this thing is that we can usually steal wyvern eggs to get them. This thing's a robot. It's not going to lay an egg for us. So, I mean, I hope it isn't. So what way are we going to have to tame these dudes? Because clearly they're going to be different in that respect. Next up, we have a new ammo type for the catapult. It is called the Jar of Pitch, which I do believe is just a jar filled with oil lit on fire. You shoot it out of a catapult and it explodes and lights whatever it hits on fire. That sounds awesome. I'm very on board for this. One little kind of quick side note. Do you think we're going to be able to use this to tame phoenixes? I don't know. That's just the first thought that went through my mind when I saw this thing. But yeah, obviously it's going to be a new ammo type, so that's very exciting. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? There's not really much else to say about it, but it looks awesome. After like 5 years of having a net gun inside of the ARK dev kit, yeah, there's literally been one in the ARK dev kit for that long. We're finally getting one in-game, although it's more of like an ammo because that gun looks to be a harpoon gun or spear gun that we already have in the game. So this is essentially going to be a mid-tier bola. We already have the bola for small creatures, we have the chain bola for large creatures. This is probably going to operate somewhere in the middle, and as you can see, it pretty much just shoots a net out, traps around a creature, probably pins them to the ground with those big spikes or something. And yeah, I mean, there's really nothing more to say about it. I'm very excited for this because it will make taming like medium creatures like this so much easier. Although, at the same time, people in PvP love their bolas, and I imagine that this is really going to shake up the gameplay. So what do you guys think about this? I'm very excited. We're finally getting a decent look at the tech security system and how it actually is controlled, and I gotta say, I'm loving it. I mean, you can see there's like little holograms where the player kind of puts their hands and operates it from. If you guys don't know anything about this, it's essentially just a camera system where you can have tons of cameras spread out throughout the whole map. You can fly them around and use them all from this one station. But I guess the whole image here is kind of trying to display that while you're doing that, you're a little bit vulnerable to attack, because in the background you can see there's a shadow main sneaking up on him, but also there's a player over there too, and you can see Helena is trying to say, hey, there's danger. Are you gonna stop looking at your cameras and stuff? Yeah, I gotta say, I'm very excited for this stuff, but obviously in this image there really isn't a whole lot. We can't actually see the full thing, but I think it's gonna be great either way. And then the final image is something that we've already seen tons and tons of times. In fact, there's already skins to this stuff in game right now, but there will be the tech exo armor in Genesis Part 2. So it's gonna be a brand new tech suit, and like I said in other videos, it's going to be something that everybody spawns in with on the map. But honestly, I gotta say, this image really does it justice. It looks so awesome. So that's about it when it comes to these new images, but we also have some news about a gameplay trailer that will be dropping just before the DLC launches next week. It's going to be dropping on Wednesday, so make sure that you set your reminders and hit the notification bell on this channel. Speaking of, subscribe if you already haven't, because this is going to be the channel that you want to be subscribed to for all of the Genesis content. And yeah, as always, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and I'll catch you next time.